Hello everyone, so let's continue from the last video. So we stopped here. So we created a constructor now with the car name, okay, so the same name of the class. So now this constructor is taking two parameters, color and the wheels, and it is assigning it to the car. So these two parameters can be any string and integer, can be with any names. I have given the same names, okay. It can be x and y. Here also we can assign it to x and y, you know that. So it takes two parameters, one string and an integer. So it assigns the string value to the car's color. It makes the value to the color of the car, and the integer value, it makes the value to the number of wheels of the car. Okay. So when you the one thing is, when you are separately writing a car constructor, you have no choice. When you are building the car, you have to use this constructor. You cannot break the rule. Okay. So you can go and see the car maker class. Now there's an error is showing. Why? There's a problem. See. So what does it say is, you have created a constructor for the car, right? So now you are forced to do the constructor. You have no other option. You cannot create a car in this way now, because you have explicitly mentioned, whenever I am creating the car, I am going to use the constructor. Okay. So this is now breaking the rule. Why it is breaking the rule? Because this method, if you consider it as a method, this method is not getting those parameters. Where is the parameters that is asking, or the arguments that is asking? Okay. So it is not being passed, so it breaks the rule, because I have changed the scenario here, right? Whenever you are using creating the car constructor now, you must go for the pass a string and an integer value, like using a method. Okay. Now it is an empty constructor, so you can't do it, right? So that is why the error is coming. So now since I have edited the constructor, created and edited the constructor, now if I have to build the car, I have to use the constructor only. So I will edit here as well. So I will use my typical constructor. So I will pass the values. I will say again car, and I am going to pass those values. Okay. So first thing is what? It's a string value. So I will give a color. Let's give the maroon. Okay. So I will pass the string value first, according to the rule that I have created, maroon, and I will give the number of wheels. So I will give a random number. Let's say 8. Okay. So now the error has gone. You have seen this, right? Because now we have going with the rule. Without breaking the rule, we are going. So that is why I wanted to happen. Whenever you create a car, the car should have the color and the wheels. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So I have prevented you to creating a random or useless or no parameter constructor. And I asked you, okay, this is the only way you are supposed to create a car object. Because I am giving here, this is the constructor, this is how it has to be. This is the one must be used when you are creating the object. So this will break the rule. Okay, so I am passing the values now. So now you have no choice rather than creating car like this. Whenever you create the car should have a color and the value. Okay. Anyway, here in this place, we are customizing those values, right? Greenish yellow, blah blah blah. That is okay, but for the moment I will remove them. Okay. And I will try to print the car's color and the wheels. Okay. Okay, it is already there. Here I am printing the car's color and the wheels. Okay. So it should be maroon and 8. Then it is correct. Then what does that mean? This constructor is successfully working. Okay. You understand what I am telling? Okay. Here what I am doing is I am creating the car's color and the car's wheels using the getter methods that we have seen in the previous videos. So I will run the class and see what happens. Before that I will save it. Okay, you can now see the outcome. From the line number 9, I am printing the car color and the car wheels. So the car color is maroon and the wheel is 8. You see this? Car color is maroon and the wheel number is 8. See, the constructor is working fine. That means at the very moment when my car is created, from the line number 8, it has the color and the wheel number. Okay. So this mycar.drive, you know what it is doing. So the method is printing the value. So you may ignore it for the moment. Okay. So now what you can do is, you can again customize the car color. Oh, now things are fine, because whenever we create the car, whenever we manufacture a car, we are giving the color and the wheels numbers. You can have it. So if you want to right now set the values, okay, change. Okay, the customer wants to change the car's color. That's totally fine. He wants to repaint, and also he wants to change the number of wheels of the car. So that doesn't make sense. That will not possible. But for the moment, for the sake of this coding, we will have that feature as well. Okay, let's change the wheels to 4. And change the color to greenish yellow. I am going to repaint the color to greenish yellow. So you are setting that, because you have set a method separately. That is not a problem, because at the initial stage you have a color and the wheels. So when you want to change it, you change it. So set a method, let them be there. So anyway, later I will remove the setter methods for wheels because that doesn't make sense. If once you bought a car, you cannot change the number of wheels, but you can change the color. Okay, for the moment we will keep both, and again after customizing these values, setting the values, we will reprint the values and see whether the values have been changed or not. So how do you reprint? I will copy these two lines. Why I am copying it? Because this is the serial printing values, right? I am serial printing the values. Okay, I'm sorry, system printing the values. So now what should happen is, when we are creating the car, it is coming with the maroon color and 8 wheels. So here in the next line, maroon color and 8 wheels should be printed. Then I change the number of wheels and change the colors using the setter methods. Okay, so then the wheels become 4 and color become greenish yellow. Then again I print the color and the wheels. So then they should say greenish yellow and 4. Then this method can be also implemented, right? That doesn't make sense. Okay, I mean that doesn't matter. Okay, so you understand what should happen, right? So let me run this and see. Now you see, so initially we are printing to color and the wheel, so color is maroon and 8 because that is what created when we create the car. We don't create the car without a color and the number of wheels, so we are success on that purpose. Then again we just change the wheel number and the greenish yellow. So then again we print. So this outcome is in the next two lines, greenish yellow and number of wheels. So greenish yellow and 4 wheels. You understand? Then this my car drive method is being implemented, so we can remove it if you don't want it. That's not a problem. Okay guys, so the main purpose of this constructor is, so I will remove these things. This is setter methods, you already know it. Okay, so the main purpose of the constructor is you want to limit the user with particular features. So this is how it has to be done. Okay, without color and the wheels you cannot create a car. So you are limiting the user so that he has no choice rather than using the constructor to create the object with the features that you wanted to happen. Okay, color and the wheels. Then you test it using this printing method, getter method. So you print and see whether those have been really set or not. Okay, so that's all you have done. So I think now you understood why this purpose is thing is needed and why the constructor is needed to do some these kind of nice things. I mean, when you are creating an object with a class, initially for some features must be initialized at the very moment you are creating the class object. So for that purpose you can go for constructors. Okay, so this is how you write a constructor. You know the rule of writing the constructor now. Class name and whatever the parameters you want to pass, you can pass, and you can set the value, or if you want to do something else you can do that also. Let's say you are going to system println and the class is being created, like that text, you can write it also in the constructor. That means at the very moment you are creating that text will be printed. Okay, so let's not confuse that now. We will look more into the constructor with time, so don't worry. So if you understand up to this concept, what I have done up to now completely, if you understand, that is really amazing. So I will catch you up in the next video guys. Just follow me up in the next video guys. Until then, stay safe and consider subscribing us guys. Take care.